Good security model is vital on digital transformation. This is why I've created this video to help you learn the different Dataverse security concepts. Hello and welcome. My name is Crystal, and this video is a full guide on how you can design your Dynamics 365 security. In today's video, we are going to learn about the different security concepts that you can apply in your Dynamics 365. First, role-based security. We're going to cover the topics on security roles and the other security components that comes with it. Then we'll see how record sharing can be done within Dataverse. Then finally, hierarchy security, which is an extension of the existing security models that uses business units, security roles, sharing, and teams. Now, if you're interested to learn more, grab your coffee and let's start learning. Microsoft Dataverse uses a role-based security model to help secure access to the database. This is the simplest way to implement security in your Dynamics 365. It's basically creating a security role and assign it to the user, and that's it. But when you create a security role, we need to understand the different components within it: record level privileges, task-based privileges, and access levels. Record level privileges define which task a user with access to the record can do, such as can it read a contact data, can it create an account data, can it delete an opportunity or lead, while task-based privileges gives a user privileges to perform specific tasks such as publish articles, create quick campaigns, bulk edit, and a lot more. If you are working in an organization where there is no requirement to restrict other users to see data being managed by other users, then role-based security model with organization-level access is enough. However, in most cases, organizations are structured around departments or divisions that have separate products and customers, and this is where access level comes in. For example, you have a small to medium-sized company and you have 3 departments that represents Unit A, B, and C. For Unit A, you want the users to be able to read all contact data. And for Unit B, they should only be able to access the contact data owned by their business unit. And finally, for Unit C, you want to be able to restrict them from accessing the other data except for the data that they have created. With this scenario, we will simply set access level of Unit A with organization level, and for Unit B, business unit level, and Unit C with user level. But how do I do it? Well, what you see on the screen is how exactly you are going to configure the security role for each unit. But let's move on to the next topic and then we'll put this all together in a step-by-step demo. Okay. Business unit and teams. A business unit is a logical grouping of related business activities. You can actually use business units to map your organization's departments or divisions. With business units, you can group users to securely access data in their own business unit while they can't access data in other business unit. Another important concept is that each business unit has a default team. In Dataverse, when you create a business unit, it automatically creates a team. This is where we add users because you cannot add a user into business unit directly. Now, looking at this case, let's incorporate what we have learned so far and see how easy it is to configure security. Okay, so I'm in my Dynamics 365 sandbox environment. I created a small demo app here so I can incorporate just the components that we're going to use for this demo. As you can see, I have a custom contacts table in here with few records. I went ahead and created the business units that we're going to use, Team A, B, and C. And as I've said, when you create business unit here, it automatically creates teams. So it's already associated with its proper business unit. I also went ahead and associate the users that we're going to use to test to their appropriate business unit. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is to create security roles. So I'm here in the environment and went to settings. Under users and permissions, we go to security roles. And as I've said in my previous video, I prefer creating security roles through copying the basic user role. So I went ahead and did that as well. We have security A, B, and C here. So now let's edit it so we can configure the access level for each role. So I'm going through the custom entities because I'm only looking for the custom contact table. And here it is. Let me put this an organization level for security A. We save that and close. For security B, we'll use business unit level. And then for unit C, we'll set it with user level access. Okay. So after you create the security role, the next thing you need to do is to assign this role to the appropriate team. So for team A, it needs to have the security role A and then the rest as well. Security roles are created. Teams have their own security roles. Now let's go back to the demo. Testing purposes, I went ahead and assigned these contacts to different users and teams. Now, when I log in as user A, I should be able to see all these 5 contacts. But when I logged in as user B, I should only be able to see contact 3 because this is the only record owned by their unit. And when I log in as user C, I should only be able to see contact 5 because it only has a user level access. Okay, so let's do this. I'm logging in as user A, opening the user B and the user C. Okay, user A can see all 5 records. User B can see just the contact tree owned by their business unit. And then user C, I can only see the contact 5, which are all valid. Now let's talk about record sharing. Record sharing is a powerful way of handling exceptions that don't fall into the record ownership or member of a business unit access model, just like what we have seen in the demo. Sharing can be done at both the user and team level. However, sharing with a team is a more efficient way of sharing, and a more advanced concept of sharing is what we call access teams. If the organization does not require record ownership, then access team is something that you would want to set up because they don't allow owning records by the team or having security roles assigned to the team. Users get access because the record is shared with the team and the user is a member. Now, creating access team can be manual or automated. Here's how. If your organization has a unique set of users that does not have to own records but may require access to single record from time to time, then you can use access team. Now, to create an access team, you can just go to Teams, create new, and make sure that team type is set to access. Okay, so for a little experiment, remember user C has user level access only. It only can see the contact 5 in the contacts table. Now, let's add user C in this access team and share another contact record to this team. Now I have given an access team a read permission for this contact record. Now let's see how it looks like in user C. Now I can see 2 records now. Contact 1, which is shared to the access team, and then the contact 5, which is owned by user C. Another way to automatically create an access team is to set up an access team template. And here's how you can set it up. First, we need to enable a Dataverse table for access team. And to do that, we just go to the table and then settings. In the advanced options, we'll just check have an access team and save. Now, once it's all set up, we're going to admin centered. I'll search on access team templates. And here I can create an access team template. Now here in the entities, only the tables enabled for access team are the only tables that will appear here. And I can just set it with read, and that's it. And to manage the users that need access to a certain contact record, all we need to do is add a subgrid in the contact form. And to do that, We go here at Customize Entity. And as you can see, this is a classic UI. Currently, we don't have a way to configure this in the new UI. So for the meantime, this is how we can do it. Let's find the custom table contact and forms, and let's open the main contact. Okay, so then we'll insert a subgrid, let's say access, and let's set all record types and select users if I can see it. Let's set the users here and let's select associated record team members and we'll select the team template. Now let's open the contact form and check this out. This is where you can share this contact record to certain people. You can add user, say B, and when user B logs in, I should be able to see two contact records, just like what we did with user C. There you go. Sometimes record level control of access is not enough for some business scenarios. Dataverse has another concept called field level security. This feature allows more granular control of security at the field level. Field level security can be enabled on all custom fields, but take note that some fields can't be enabled for security, for example, primary field. Now, I added another requirement here just to show you how field level security can be configured. Let's see how it's done. Okay, in the contact table, there is a field called PIN. Now, in the case that we are working on, we need to make sure that PIN is only readable by the Team A users. And to do that, what we need to do is to enable this field with field level security. Let's go to Solutions, select that field, and in the advanced options, enable column security. Let's not forget to save the table and then publish the solution. Now, what happens when I log in with user A account? So now that it's enabled for security, all other users that's trying to access the contact records will see an asterisk until we create a field security profile for their team. Okay, and to do that, let's go and work on the classic UI. Settings, security, field security profiles, and let's create the field security profile for Team A. Team A profile. Save this. Make sure you go to field permissions and set that field with read permission. And finally, don't forget to add Team A in here. And that should automatically set the profile for Team A. Let's try and log in again as user A and see if user A will be able to read the PIN. And it works. Okay, so we've talked about role-based security, record level security, and field level security. To be honest with you, knowing all those concepts, you're good to go. You can design different kinds of security model because these features can adapt to any business scenarios. However, there is another concept that offers a more granular access to records that can help bring the maintenance costs down by just setting up the business units, then adding the feature of the hierarchy security. Now, these are the two security models that can be used for hierarchies, the manager hierarchy and position hierarchy. With the manager hierarchy, a manager must be within the same business unit as the user to have access to the user's data. In the position hierarchy, on the other hand, it allows data access across business units. If you are a financial organization, you may prefer the manager hierarchy model to prevent managers accessing data outside of their business units. However, if you are a part of a customer service organization and want the managers to access service cases handled in different business units, the position hierarchy may work better for you. Now, to enable hierarchy security, we go to Settings under Users and Permissions, Hierarchy Security. Once we enable hierarchy modeling, you can select any hierarchy model that is applicable for your organization. The manager hierarchy security model is based on the management chain or direct reporting structure, where the managers And the reports relationship is established by using the manager field in the system user table. You can set the depth to a desired value to limit how many levels deep a manager has a read-only access to the data of their reports. A position hierarchy, on the other hand, is not based on the direct reporting structure like the manager hierarchy. A user doesn't have to be an actual manager of another user to access users' data. As you witness, one of the key features of Dataverse is its rich security model that can adapt to many business usage scenarios. But before we end this video, I wanted to leave some few notes on how you can manage security across multiple environments. Security roles and field security profiles can be added in a solution, and you can easily move it from one environment to the next. Business units and teams, on the other hand, are actual data and must be created and managed in each Dataverse environment, or you can migrate it using Data Migration Utility, along with the assignment of users to the necessary security components. Access team templates is the same. It must be created in each Dataverse environment. And that's the end for this video. I'm really glad that I was able to put this all together in one video, and I hope this is helpful for you. I have many exciting tutorials coming in this channel, so if you want to get notified for the next one, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. And if you have any suggestions, please comment it down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Until the next video, my name is Crystal. Thanks for watching.